Hails guys and gals, this is Rauta and the first monthly roundup. Why such a need for such a video? Really, I don't know. I'm testing the water, so to speak. That is, I'm trying to give you a little bit of a set of answers for some of the questions you've been looking for, and also giving you roughly an idea what's been going on. So the point of this video is not just talk about music, but we'll touch that ground as well. But other things that have been going on recently. So some are more metal and music related, as pretty much all of the stuff on Rauta, and some of them are not. In case you're not interested, just move on and do what about in your life. And in case you want to just take a more expanded view on Rauta stuff, well, welcome. Of course, you're free to ask questions and whatnot. So I try to do these monthly roundups to share you some of the news which might or might not affect you, also answer your questions and give you a little bit of an idea what's been going on. First of all, I suck at doing timestamps. I know every now and then people ask me about them with, Indie 5 videos or certain other topics. I don't want to cut down the interviews like questions or whatever, because they're, in my opinion, more like a flowing content, that is, the whole thing is just big ass conversation, and as such that means I don't want to just like, okay, here on 1 minute 52 seconds there will be this kind of questions or whatever. Those are not coming. Not that anybody actually asked that, but still, talking about timestamps. Sometimes people also ask me about Indie 5 videos, where 5 different reviews in rather short version versus the big ass versions of individual reviews. Those could be done, but let's be honest about it. I'm quite lazy compared to the numbers people actually do them. And since they're like, I don't know, 10 minutes roughly, give or take, with 5 reviews, it shouldn't take that much of a time. But I don't know, maybe we can look into that. I'm trying to, however, put the timestamps for this particular video. If I forget them, I'll try to edit them later on. So, because this one will feature roughly a few different videos. So this is the introduction to the whole theme here, and next stop is festivals. So August 2022 has been quite an active month for me. A couple of festivals, one of 2 days, Notfest in Finland, which took the first couple of days in my home city, Turku, featuring big ass bands like, Nightwish, Arch Enemy, Cradlefield, and of course Slipknot, among others. And I already released that recap video. Some of people were already like, okay, why are you doing this kind of a poser or mainstream shit? But let's be honest about it, a lot of us started with bigger bands. I don't think anybody like literally started with some kind of a really underground name. Okay, I started with one when I was 9. Don't really believe that. Well, exception to every rule and all that stuff. But I mean, if you don't care about mainstream stuff, just skip them. There will be a couple of bigger interviews coming out, Arch Enemy and Nightwish. If you don't just do that, don't waste anybody's time with stupid ass comments. And apart from that, there was this misc Viking/metal festival in Norway like a week later, and that recap video will be coming maybe a couple of weeks after this one, because there will be monthly stream before that. But it is coming. I'm already putting together, right after this video, the material I got from there, and I'll also guide you through that. There was a preview video, so you'll basically already have the basic idea and information what you need to have about the particular festival, in case you're wondering whether or not to go maybe next year, since for this year it's anyway too late. But this recap video will be putting together what was good, what was neutral, what was bad in the festival, and things like that. And I will also showcase you a little bit of the surroundings, so it's not just talking head doing the stuff. This wasn't unsure until yesterday, when I was actually going through a little bit of the video material I got from there. So now that I have confirmed I have actually something worthwhile using, maybe you will enjoy that part as well. And 1 week after this video, there will be Metal Fucking Hell Volume 2 festival happening here in my home city, Turku. 2 days, indoors festival, small underground one. So definitely smaller bands on average than, say, Midgårdsblot or Notfest. And at that one, I will be also recapping later on. Preview was done many weeks ago. So a lot of stuff going on, and there will be also individual events this fall in Finland. Lots of bands, including Behemoth, Batine, Amon Amarth, Abbath, Anthrax. I don't know which one I will actually get to attend to, but I'm trying to go to as many as those possible and do interviews. And of course, Steel Chaos, which was also previewed earlier on. A recap video will be coming about that one as well, but that is just, like mid to late October. So a few more weeks before we go into that. But Metal Fucking Hell will be done before that, and I'll try to do also a September recap by the end of month, similar to this one. Now, since people have been also requesting me to do more workout videos, which have been more or less kind of in pause moment. The reason is this why I haven't been really doing them is that so many reviews coming all the time and so much other content, and I'll try to not post too much. That is one video per day is kind of like enough. But because people have been asking like why there are no workout videos, I'm trying to get back into that and playing a little bit with my couple of new cameras. I still have that work in progress, so can't really promise when I'm going to do that. But I will share some news, good or bad, in coming few weeks. So by the next monthly roundup video, I should have something to say about the topic, and I'll try to include some of the workout videos. Maybe even before that, maybe after that. I don't know. I will put some clips, shorter ones, on my Instagram in case you want to keep more like daily updated, but the longer versions will obviously be here. Now the other topics, I have been also a little bit lazy with gaming streaming lately for a couple of reasons. First of all, actually there are virtually no people on my streams, which I get. I don't use camera and I kind of talk randomly. When there are people, I try to talk about the game itself, of course, and also a little bit metal related, especially when you give me questions. But because there hasn't been too many people and I don't actually feel like doing those during daily times, or work days, I'm thinking of doing kind of a once a week kind of a stream with gaming, and with the exception of those YouTube streams, which I'm supposed to do once a month. So maybe I will figure a kind of a new schedule, and those streams are done on Twitch. Why not on YouTube? Well, like I said, I don't want to overlap with the amount of videos here, but you can find the Twitch address in the description box of basically every Rauta video except the really old ones which don't have my Twitch address. And if you are looking for it and you can't find it, you can always ask me. Now, gaming videos are probably only for those who actually game themselves, or who want to, see other people gaming or want to just ask me random questions. You can do that, and if you don't feel like doing that, it's totally fine. Now the games, or should I say in singular, the game I have been playing lately is still Horizon Forbidden West. It hasn't really been progressing that much during the fall and especially summer. I mean, fall is not technically here yet, but during the summer, because first of all, I was playing a little bit something else. Can't really even remember what I was playing earlier in the summer. And the other reason is, of course, festival trips. So, yeah, there have been less of gaming hours than I was expecting to. Also, this place was being renovated during the early weeks of summer when I was also traveling. So there has been less gaming during the summer than I was expecting to. But rest assured, I have been gaming and I'll try to include those streams later on. I have already purchased a couple of more games to be played after Forbidden West is done. About 70 hours in now. So let's see what the next game will be. Might be the Mass Effect trilogy or might be Cyberpunk 2077, which I bought almost 2 years ago. But let's see. I don't know yet. I will not decide it until I'm done with Horizon Forbidden West. So far, I'm liking it a lot. Like 9 out of 10 would be my score based on this experience so far. Really beautiful game. A lot of nice moments with that and good sci-fi story. So if you're into gaming, let me know. And maybe we will see each other on the stream. About TV, which is something that I do on almost a daily basis. A TV series, more than movies actually. This year I added like this goal for myself to watch one movie every week. Of course, now that NFL season, that is American football season, started, I will have less time for television and movies, but yeah, I'm trying to watch a movie every week, especially when I'm at home and not traveling. Last week when I was at Midgårdsblot, I didn't really have time for weekly movie. But I will also discuss those by the time. Like recently I watched the movie Prey, which is a new part in the Predator movie franchise. I actually loved it. Not that I loved it as much, but let's say I liked it. It was a good idea to include some Comanche people, fighting the Predator being and taking this setting, a few hundred years back versus nowadays, like the original Predator and all that. But yeah, it was pretty good of a movie, so I liked it. I have also watched some of the classic movies like Seven Samurai during the summer. Pretty cool also, but also a little bit, I don't know if I could say outdated, but lengthy, more than 3 hours of black and white movie. And there are also some newer movies which I'm about to watch, like the Elvis movie, maybe next weekend. And I started but didn't finish it yesterday. I was watching the new Doctor Strange movie halfway through, and I'm feeling like, okay, this is not maybe doing the thing for me as I hoped. But there's a reason, and that is the television series The Boys I finally started to watch. And currently I feel like it's in my top 3 of all-time series. Why so? First of all, I grew up with Marvel and all that stuff. But I also grew up later on with, very brutal and nihilistic, I guess, a cynical series like Oz, about prison life, and all the Twin Peaks and, things like that. So I guess I'm kind of used to darker aspects of life. I kind of want brutality, not violence as it's like a means to an end on its own. But, the thing here is I like good storytelling, good characters, and also the superhero teams. And The Boys have basically nothing to do with, basic Marvel or DC thing. It's more about like, if you watched Peacemaker, I watched it very fresh when it came out early this year. Really, really entertaining one. And makes Suicide Squad movies look like, as if they were made for children. So yeah, The Boys now on season 3, almost done with it. Really been one of the best series I've ever watched. Really entertaining, great dialogue, great humor, but also very brutal and violent, and also very, very dark. Very cynical in so many ways. Kind of related to Watchmen movie and series. If you've seen them, I highly recommend them as well, but even darker in so many ways. Totally been addicted to that, and looking forward to finish it in next few days. And then I will probably head for Sandman. We'll see about that later on. Of course, I have some interesting series coming up, like Andor, really Star Wars universe. Not that I've been enjoying any of them totally to the full, but I enjoyed Mandalorian. I even enjoyed Boba Fett and Obi-Wan. So yeah, definitely looking for Andor. I'm looking for the Lord of the Rings series, even though people have been saying it's probably going to be shit, but I want to give it a chance. The benefit of doubt, if you will, because, Lord of the Rings movies are fucking fantastic, if you ask me. Yes, I'm a geek, I'm a nerd, whatever you want to call me. But yeah, looking forward to that. And also this new Game of Thrones sequel, which started like a week ago, but haven't had the time to watch it. But the plan is watch it actually today. And I don't know, we'll see in about a couple of weeks how I feel about the first few episodes. And then there are series which I should have started already, like the new season of Westworld and all that stuff. So it's going to be interesting in terms of TV as well. I've been hooked to TV series for, I don't know, a couple of decades, even more than movies for more than a decade now. So yeah, right after gaming comes TV. And the only 2 things which basically go before, TV, gaming, all that stuff, workout and music, which you probably, I guess, guessed already. Now, last but not least, there has been talk, and this was actually suggested to me by one of the people I interviewed at Steelfest, that I should be starting a podcast where these kind of things like this monthly roundup could be done in more elaborated, more expanded ways. So there's been a little bit of idea whether or not there should be a Rauta podcast where I could ramble on without the use of image, video and all that stuff, because this is kind of useless anyway. And I've been pondering about it. I actually have a co-host who is interested in helping me with Rauta. And we could go on more about in detail in certain, talking about bands, be it reviews or interviews, or certain hot topics like news and whatever is going on in the world, people dying or people having new bands, scandals, I don't know, you name it. But the thing here is, it's kind of open-ended idea for this kind of a video podcast. And I'm currently pondering about it, including it in Spotify, because that would be the easiest one and with the biggest subscriber base. And secondly, possibly on Patreon, if that is easy to add there. So people who don't have access to Spotify could at least use the Patreon possibility. But I'm looking into that. And first of all, I'm also looking for feedback. Are you interested in possible Rauta podcast to begin with? Nothing has been recorded yet, but a lot of things have been planned. And it would be interesting to do that with a co-host and possibility. If that thing flies, if people actually like it, like to listen to it, that could be also expanded into interview sites on top of these video interviews, of course. So these are just some possibilities I've been thinking about. I don't know how much I can get time to do all these stuff, but I think weekly basis could very well be possible, because talking is easy once you have a topic in your mind. I could do this video for an hour, but I know nobody would watch it. About incoming interviews, did 6 ones at Midgårdsblot, and I will announce them soon enough, both probably first on Facebook and Instagram with those band photos. And it seems that testing the new mic, which I have somewhere here. I don't know where I actually put it. But anyway, we were test running a new wireless mic, and it seems it worked like a charm based on what my cameraman Carl, thank you Carl if you're watching this, who helped me in Norway doing those interviews, because I didn't have my regular cameraman right there. But yeah, 6 more interviews from there, 2 from Knotfest, and now planning to do a couple at Metal Fucking Hell Volume 2. So there should be plenty of stuff going with once a week schedule, because I still have like 2 interviews also coming out from Turku Metalli Helvetti summer party days. There was this Revulsion and Violentor. So we have roughly 8 interviews in the pipeline for coming weeks. No, 10 actually. 2 from Turku Summer Metal Party, a couple from Knotfest, and 6 from Midgårdsblot. So next 10 weeks, roughly, give or take, that should take us, because it's now already August, that should take us through September and October, kind of halfway to November, if I'm not incorrect with my mathematics. If I could get like 2 interviews from Metal Fucking Hell Volume 2, that would be the rest of November taken care of, and by that time I should have also gotten some material from those individual gigs which I mentioned. I don't know if the dates are up for that, but let's see, let's hope so. And also the Steel Chaos 2022. So if everything goes as planned for the rest of the year, we should have covered so that every week there is 1 interview for the rest of 2022. Now, when it comes to traveling abroad, doing festival outside Finland, currently we're out of money when it comes to Patreon money, because even though, thanks for your support, by the way, who have been helping us for the past few months, all the money is now spent on Inferno and Midgårdsblot trips, hotels. We had to buy flights for ourselves because, didn't actually exactly have enough money. So currently we're saving for 2023 for some events outside Finland. What kind of events they will be, I don't know. I'm guessing something like Inferno 2023 next year, because most likely there is not something very possible to do before that regarding money and time. But I don't know. It depends how much money we will be saving. With the current base, it's only something like $50 to $70 a month, which doesn't really get you far away with, horribles. So probably we'll be having to save at least next 6 months to do actually anything. Now, if you want to help us, that is Rauta crew, to go different places, consider the possibility of donating like I don't know, $3 a month or something like that to Rauta thing. But don't worry about it. If you don't have money, you don't have the will to do it, don't stress about it. I'm just saying which way you could help the team to do more interviews. But like I said, it somehow seems that this year is going to be the best so far in terms of interviews coming out. And all the other content, reviews, opinion videos, features, and things like that will be happening normally with or without money, as long as I can do them here at home. Now, once again, thank you for watching. Should you have any comments or questions, use this as your Ask Me Anything kind of a video. So drop your comments in the comments box below, and I'll try to include them the next monthly roundup, which should be coming out by the late or end of September. And let me know what you think about this concept of monthly roundup. Is it too long? Is it just useless? Or is it something that you find useful or interesting? Looking forward to your feedback once again. Thanks for your time, and take care. Listen to some good stuff, and hope you like them interviews coming your way. Take care.